Off school. Off school. Yeah. Big citadel of learning. Rise up and respond. Off school. Start the program this afternoon. We want to start with, of course, keeping everything in the hands of the Lord God Almighty. And on this note, as we're starting this opening prayer, I would like to call on Pastor Architect Alomo Noah to give us the opening prayer.
Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. At the Lord. We give all our thanks to the Lord. Thanks to the Lord. Thanks to the Lord. We give all our thanks to the Lord. Thanks to the Lord. Thanks to the Lord. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this great citadel of learning who was instituted 70 years ago. And we're so privileged to pass through this school. And some people are also passing through right now. Without be glorified in Jesus' mighty name. Father, we commit into your holy hands the program of this afternoon. We commit the speaker and the hearers into your holy hands. Let everything that will be spoken be impactful into our lives in Jesus' mighty name. And let it be the one that will transform our lives and even our great alma mater, Oyemekun Grammar School, in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you for taking glory and honor in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen in Jesus' name. Thanks for making it brief, our pastor and our architect. Yes, we are moving straight to introduction of guests and call to the podium. As we all know, the event that's taking place now is the anniversary lecture of our 78th Founders Day and anniversary of our dear Oyemekun Grammar School, Akure. And of course, we have here seated students of Oyemekun Grammar School. I can see coming in some students from CAC Grammar School. I have some distinguished students in our midst. We have some of our Oyemekun brothers. Yes. First to be called to the podium is, of course, the chairman of the Central Planning Committee in person of Mr. Tunde Adejuyibe, FAN. You are most welcome. Association, thank you, sir. He also told us as the chairman of the executive committee. And I have with us here also the General Secretary of the Oyemekun Alumni Association, Barrister Taiwo Boboye. You want to question me that are you sure this is the boy? But you know what, as far as they are the product of this school, even if you are 100 years old, you will ever remain a boy. And that is why you will not have any reason to question me if I call on the line of Colonel Kunle Fagayi and the whole the former national president of the Alumni Association. You are welcome. And also SI for all, so you're most welcome. Please help me to podium. president and the principal of the school wants to join us in project. But while waiting for them, let's continue with the introduction. I have with us here today Mr. Olajide, the chairman of the branch. Thank you for coming, sir. We just want to recognize him. The vice chairman of the branch, engineer Fati, thank you, sir. The assistant general secretary, Mr. Adelemi Edward Adebi, thank you, sir. Professor Benga Akibeyi, thank you for coming, sir. Mr. Oluke Adari, thank you for coming, the national author. The PRO unit branch. Yes. Thank you. We continue with the introduction. Now I would like to call on the school band music team. They call for us the national anthem and the school anthem.
They'll stand up for the national anthem, please.
We are expecting the school principal. We wouldn't want to flunk today. And that's why we have to keep, of course, wait for him to step into the auditorium. Of course, we can see coming now. Thanks for coming. The principal of the school, Mr. Uleye Okeowo. Please leave the podium. The Yorubas will say, Ewu ńlá I actually want virtually everybody on the high table be seated so that our guest lecturer can actually have a proper glimpse of it. Today we have a big fish in our midst. Before we go into giving you full description of who he is, we are very lucky to have an erudite scholar in our midst this afternoon. He is a big fish, like I said, and of course, he is Prince, a former Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, a professor of repute, a great man indeed. Ushers, please don't come close to me. I have with us today Professor Olanrewaju Abibu Faru, a senior advocate for Nigeria. Thanks for telling me that I will represent our staff today. Yes, we still have so many activities lined up for today. I'm sorry I will not be able to call all names, but please permit me to do it this way. Every distinguished old student in our midst, please rise for recognition, please. Every old student here in attendance, please. Kindly rise up for recognition. We give you due recognition, please. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you, sir. And of course, next we would like to move to the next thing on the agenda, which is a welcome address from the National President of the Oyemekun Grammar School Alumni Association, Dr. Niyi Ijogun. I know you like making it so simple and you don't want to waste time. Up school! Up school! Thank you very much. I'm very excited to welcome our distinguished speaker for today. He has been introduced, but I must tell you that I'm even lucky to sit next beside him. And when he was walking to the right table, I had to just sit a bit to the right, because all these vice chancellors, professors of repute, SAN, and the like. You never know when they want to start professing, where they will start from. So I welcome you, sir, to this distinguished lecture series. And I must say, for the whole alumni association, I represent about 25 to 30,000 old students of the school, and that shows the numeric strength of the graduates of this school spread across the group. And I must tell you that we've had it so beautiful over the past 70 great years, because the school is celebrating the 70th anniversary. And I also wish to let you know that we are saying that 78 is the beginning of another millennium ahead of us. And that shows the vision that we have for the Alumni Association. The Alumni Association has been waxing stronger and stronger, and that in reason that we are going to lead the association to greater heights. I want to salute the efforts of our past leaders, past presidents,
And I must tell you that today, you can see from the high table, you can see from those people that have dotted the hall here today, that we parade men of team caliber and men of integrity. Before yesterday, we had the lady of Akrendak who heralded the trek from the school premises to his palace. And he did that long trek. I was strolling behind him. And that, apart from the lady of Akrendak, the burial legacy, the honor of Ogo, and we have so many other distinguished students that if I tell you now, sir, I know that you like to take the form of the school, and then we enroll you so that you can be part of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, please sit right, sit tight, listen and enjoy our guest lecturer today is going to be prophesying and telling us on how the alumni session is going to be taken together heights. Thank you very much. Happy listening.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. You see, some horrible things happen at times, but it only happen in special situations like this. And of course, that will happen very soon. But before we move to that, we'd like to take a few minutes goodwill message from one of our ancient old boy of the school, and on that note, I'll be calling on Colonel Falayin to give us a goodwill message. Colonel Falayin, thank you.
All school. Sabatu Lemon. Sabatu Lemon. Good. I thank God that today I was here for 10.5 years. I was here as a student for 5 years and as a graduate teacher for 5.5 years. So I know so many of you, and of course, many of you passed through me. I left this school in 1973 to join the Nigerian Army. And of course, I've been meeting so many of you today. When I retired, it was 30 years ago. I retired in 1993. And I came to Akure in 1996. I was made chairman of the Service Commission in Ondo State. And that was the time we now revive home branch of ODSC, Aduna. I was the chairman for 8 years. The local chairman for 8 years. After then, later that I became the president of those students. What you have done, what I've seen you doing, and what you have been doing since the inception of this 70th anniversary has been very, very marvelous. And I want to congratulate the present executive led by Dr. Oyemekun. I don't know, it was so tiny when I left this school. He was not a student here, but with his father, we lived in the same house when I was sitting here with my HSC. And of course, his son, Adejuigbe, is a quiet, working man. He plans everything, the whole thing has been going smoothly. Congratulations. And the school principal is sitting by my side. I was the one brought in this school when I was chairman teaching service commission and a teacher. That time I met him somewhere at the phone. At that time, any teacher that this school needed, I was always looking for such teachers.
saw this principal. I observed, I saw also how efficient he was, and I said, what's your name? I'm bringing you to Akure. I'm bringing you to the grammar school. That time I'm sure he must have hesitated because family is down there. But reluctantly, I brought him to this school. And when he was the main principal, and they mentioned that he was the person I brought to this school about 1997 or 98, I said there's no problem because we will always look at those students to be the principal of this school. But we have no regret that he's our school principal today. So, that I brought you to this school and you have not disappointed anybody. You have not disappointed me. So, I have observed all you have been doing since this week. The propaganda, the publicity is very, very great. You are the top of the town. From this town, you are the top of this town. And of course, I will pray that continue with this, don't relax. Other schools will like to emulate you, and I'm sure Aquinas is regretting that they didn't celebrate their own like this. But never mind, when we want to celebrate it here, probably we'll be planning like this. Other smaller schools like in Kabulu, they are just planning theirs now. Probably they would like to do something like this if they have the money. So, men and ladies, because we have ladies who came to EKC, I say congratulations and everything continue to go well with you. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, the school teachers, thanks for coming. I can see some of you in your beautiful attire. Thank you, we appreciate you for coming. All we have with us today, Mr. Olamide Abidamu. You are welcome. Mr. Wole Adebola ESQ. You are welcome, sir. Mr. Reverend MOS Jekede. You are welcome, sir. Dr. Kayode Okunobi. You are welcome, sir. Otumba Dayo Ajayi. You are welcome, sir. Elder Aluku. You are welcome, sir. Fakolda Kola Wole. I recognize you. Mr. Ogidon, thanks for coming. Chairman Branch, Mr. Engineer Shegun Lola, thanks for coming. And one of our fathers, of course, the former Nigerian officer, Prince Adekule Adeshina, thanks for coming. Honorable Afe, I think I cited him some few seconds ago. Honorable Afe, I said something the other day. I said, at times in situations like this, something awkward happens. And that thing is it not abnormal for a doctor to call on a professor and just tell the professor, sir, you have to stand and remain standing. Today, I have some power to do that. That's right. And I think I'm excited. Our guest lecturer, sir, Professor Folorunsho Adigun Fagbon, SANNON. Yes, sir, you are most welcome to our midst. I'm calling on you to the podium now, sir. We're about to go into the guest lecture proper. And that's why he has to stand there and remain standing while I read his citation. Thanks for obeying small boys. Olarewaju Adigun Fagbon is one of the celebrated voices in the area of environmental law and advocacy for environmental preservation. He is a native
of Akeson in Alimosho government area of Lagos. His father, His Royal Majesty Oba Tajudeen Abayomi Alabi Fagun Ogedegbe was the traditional ruler of Akeson community. So that means today you have a prince, we have a prince, an administrator, a professor, and then an SCN. He has so many things in his cupboard. Happy friends, Professor Fago received his training at the University of Ife, now known as Obafemi Awolowo University. And also at the University of Lagos, where he held his Bachelor of Laws, Master of Laws, and later doctorate degree. He began his teaching career at the Faculty of Law of Lagos State University in 1991. He lectured at LASU for 19 years at both graduate and postgraduate levels before joining the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies (NALS) in 2009. At different times, Professor Fago has served as consultant and task leader for the United Nations Environmental Programme, the British Council, the European Commission, World Council on Genetics, University of Nottingham, the Harvard Medical School, the National Judicial Institute, and several state governments, among others. So when I say we have a big fish with us today, you know we surely have an Araki by name. He is an assessor, external examiner for MPhil and PhD grants of a number of universities in Nigeria. The University of Fort Hare, in South Africa, and the University of Amsterdam in Netherlands. Professor Fago is on the board of the Environmental Law Research Institute and Environmental Resources Center. He is also the honorary member of the Human Rights Due Diligence Forum of the British Institute of International and Comparative Law, United, and a member of Fund National Research Fund Screening and Monitoring Committee. He is a member of the National Universities Commission, National Universities Advisory Ranking Commission. Professor Fago. As of December 2002, Professor Fago has published 78 articles in local and international peer-reviewed journals and delivered over 182 commission lectures in different parts of the world. Yes, it's a big thing to have such number of articles in the law sector. He has co-edited 9 books and authored 2 books that have met with acclaim and enthusiastic praise from reviewers, namely The Law of Oil Pollution and Environmental Restoration, a comparative review, and his influential inaugural work, Harmful Remedies, Endless Conflicts and Inconsistencies in Nigeria's Quest for Environmental Balance, Rethinking the Legal Possibilities for Sustainability. On a number of occasions, Professor Fago has acted as Nigerian law expert for law firms in the United Kingdom and United States. In one of the cases, the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, expressly relied in his judgment on Professor Fago's expert opinion and further noted that both as an academic and legal practitioner, he was thoroughly qualified. Professor Fago served as the 8th substantive Vice Chancellor of the Lagos University. Throughout his 5-year tenure, the university did not have any disruption in its academic calendar. That's from January 2016 to January 2021. That's an excellent record. The university moved from
from an institution with which many were disenchanted to a university with national and global credibility. The university, among several others, became certified by the World Bank, Association of African Universities, and the National Universities Commission as an Africa Center of Excellence for innovative and transformative STEM education. The university was also ranked the second best university in Nigeria by the World University Ranking in the year 2021, and in the 501 to 600 band globally. That's a great feat. In 2019, Professor Fago was conferred with National Productivity Order of Merit Award, POM, by the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And when you see a man that has achieved so well, you check to his home and you see that he has made a certain achievement that too, you can call him a compliment. And I complete this by saying Professor Fago is married to Mrs. Yeside Miriam Fago Ni Shitabe, and they are blessed with children. I'm excited today, and of course we're happy and lucky to have before us an erudite scholar, a great man, a professor, a lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria, a priest. I present to you Professor Folodo Adigun Fago, our guest lecturer for today's anniversary.
Let me thank the company for all the beautiful things he has said about me. I do deeply appreciate your kind words. Mr. President, Colonel, seek the indulgence of the House through the President and Colonel. Say good afternoon to this great audience. Thank you very much, sir. I respect those at the high table and those other members of the House. Thank you very much. Mr. President, I feel like an old boy of this great institution. And if you ask me why, you will actually realize that there's a connection between me and this great institution. And what is that connection? Quite a number of my teachers, both at the University of Lagos and Great Ife, were also students of this institution. So you find a situation where indirectly I have benefited from the excellence of this great institution. Mr. President, Colonel, forgive me, I'm a bit of a disruptive person. So I'm going to start with a topic of disruption. You will forgive me. I'm going to plead with the ushers and some of our teachers. I don't like this sitting arrangement. I want to utilize this front and this middle part. I want all our students to bring their chairs here. This is where they will sit. All the students, I want them to come here and come here with their chairs. Please, please, pray assist me to bring them here. Don't run, don't run, don't rush, don't rush. When he says his spirit is okay, dear students, our dear pupils, I don't want you to make any noise. If I see you talking, I will send you out. So the name of the game is Fen. The name of the game, if I see you talking, I will send you out. So the name of the game is Fen. Now, wherever you are, pupils, you will put up your hand like this. Is your hand is not talking? So put up your hand. If your mouth talks, I will send you out. I want your hand up. Do you understand what the alumni, do you understand what they are doing here today? Who understands what the alumni are doing? Put your hand down. Who understands the alumni is doing here today? Who understands it? If you understand what the alumni is doing, let me see your hand up. If you understand that, I know what the alumni, I know what they are doing, put your hand up. If you understand, okay, come forward. Come forward. Those of you at the back, your mouth should stop talking, please. Come forward, come forward. Do you understand what the alumni is doing? Tell me what the alumni is doing.
70 years ceremony.
What do you think that they are doing for your school?
Projects.
What do you mean by projects?
Like buildings, amenities.
What will that do for your school? The buildings, the amenities. What will those things do for your school?
To help our education.
It will help your education. Go and bring your chair. You will be part of the high table. Go and bring your chair. You will be part of the high table. Bring your chair. Now, pupils, you are going to put your hand up like this and you say after me. It is only when I ask you to talk that you talk. I mention your name. When I grow up to the age of these people, when I grow up to the age of these people, and I have money in my pocket, or I have energy to assist people, I will assist Oyemekun Grammar School. I will assist Oyemekun Grammar School. Beat your chest and say, I promise I will assist Oyemekun Grammar School. What the alumni is doing for you is to improve your school so that you can be better citizens. That is what the alumni is doing for you. So you must understand what they are doing. And what I've been asked to come and talk about is how we can continue to develop the alumni so that the alumni can continue to do the kind of thing they are doing for this great institution. That is what the alumni has asked me to come and do. So when it is your turn, you are promised today that you will also come and take care of this institution. The chairman, sir, the president, there are 6 segments to my presentation. My first will be the introduction of my presentation, and I will use that to commend all those who have contributed to this great institution. The second part of the presentation, I will be looking at the knowledge economy that the world has found itself. Don't worry, pupils, I will explain it when I get there. that what do you mean by knowledge economy? I will talk about it. Then the third part of my paper will be an attempt at understanding the role of the alumni. In the fourth segment, I will identify what are those things that the alumni can continue to do. A whole lot of things we are doing now. What are those other things that you can continue to do? In the fifth segment, I will try to show that alumni engagement is not a one-way traffic. If members of the alumni are also not benefiting, they will lose interest in the alumni. If members of alumni don't have anything to benefit, if they are just supporting school, they cannot see any benefit for themselves. And I will explain that further. They will no longer be interested in being part of the alumni. In the sixth segment, I will consider what I talk about as a bug, a problem that can be in the alumni, and how the alumni can meet such issues. And thereafter, I will give my conclusion. When I started off, Colonel made reference to my brother and learned self, Tunde Adekide, and commended him. And I think if I speak the word that Colonel used to describe him, Colonel said, very energetic and resourceful. I think that was the kind of thing that Colonel said. How did I describe Tunde Adekide in this paper? Because Tunde Adekide SCM was the one who invited me that our school will be doing this. I have the mandate of the school to invite you. So that is why I'm asking you. When I tell you the way I've described Tunde Adekide here, I will say that Tunde Adekide description is just a symbol for members of the alumni of this great institution. So when I say these are the things I've used to describe Tunde Adekide, they are talking out to you, members of the alumni. Because show me your friend, and I will be able to tell you the kind of person you are. How did I describe Tunde Adekide here? I said, he's a great example of propriety, modesty, sincere love, honesty, integrity, human feeling, high-level resourcefulness, and selflessness. And why did I describe Tunde like this? Tunde and I were university classmates, were together at great event. The modest contribution that I've had in public service as Vice Chancellor, Tunde Adekide contributed immensely to me. Because when I became the Vice Chancellor, I stepped on toes. If you don't step on toes, if you are somewhere, if you don't step on toes, that means you are not making any difference. I stepped on toes. And Tunde Adekide was one person who did not allow me to be distracted. When they start their problem, they will say, so far you are standing on the truth, we will be facing them in court. So I was busy working. He was busy making sure that he's there to defend that position. I will say this, and I will make this as a confession. There are times when I want to do some things. I will ask myself, if I do it, and I do it wrong, how will I justify it to a person who did it? Because he will ask questions. He will say, Larry, what happened? Why did you engage in that? And what that means is that members of the alumni, that is the kind of person you are. I heard of the exploits of the president, Dr. Edu. Sir, God bless you, sir. for what you're doing. God bless you for your selflessness, for your vision, for your determination. I will go to the conclusion of my paper and I will say, the last two lines of my paper is, when you measure yourself by the amount of money in your bank account, you are a disaster. But when you measure yourself by how much you are able to support humanity, what are you able to contribute to the development of other people, that is when you are a happy man. And that is what the life of Dr. and your future, that's what you have to do. I was opportune to watch the interview of Dr. Oyemekun and Tunde Adeju's VSA Narai. It thrills me to the bone that people can be like this. And you have it. Don't worry about 90% of the mess that is around us. The phase of change has started. The fact that we have people doing the kind of things we are doing, you are implanting in these young minds how things should run. And these young minds will not forgive those who are doing nonsense today. I gave a convocation lecture last week, no, about 2 weeks ago. And I did a comparison of two lives. I did a comparison of Hannah Iberika. Who has heard of Hannah Iberika? Young children you have not, but I'm sure on this table, Hannah Iberika. Great footballer, a mastermind. Hannah Iberika is the kind of person. He will dribble you on the pitch and you will be happy he dribbled you. Oh yes. Haruna Iberika will dribble you on the field. You will be happy. Oh my God, I have been very well dribbled. And I compare that life with the life of a Jigadero. A Jigadero was the toast. A Jigadero was the toast of the best. Judges, lawyers, politicians, the beautiful women, everybody, they run after him, they commend him. He forcibly took over the land of another person and killed the person in the corner. Eventually, the case went from High Court up to the Supreme Court, and it was decided that they should take his life. 43 years down the line, his family wanted to do a celebration of our grandfather, great-grandfather, father, whatever. Come and see publications on different platforms saying that no, this is not a life to be celebrated. So all those who are eating, all those who are stealing, that is how their names will continue to resonate. 40 years, 50 years time, and when they mention their names, people will say, these are not the kind of characters that you should celebrate. So, there's a difference between a good name and a bad name. Whatever it is you do today is the name that your children and great-children will carry on. Name like, when I had Dr. Jogu's father was a teacher here. And I heard what he's doing. He's a chief of the old law. Something different. Looking at Dr. Jogu, you know what his children will be doing. You can say that this is what his children will be doing. Looking at other members of the alumni, in terms of the kind of contributions they are making, you can begin to think this is how their children will be behaving. Because it doesn't go different. If you are a good man, the chances are high that your children will behave well. If you are not a good man, the chances are very high that your children will follow your footpath. Very likely. Because we are the models. We are the role models that they emulate. And that is where the difference is. Let me commend all those principals, vice principals, our very awesome young teachers for all that they have been contributing to this great institution. Thank you very much. It is your effort of the last 70 years, effort of all the functionaries who have at different times served the institution. That is what has made it possible for us to be able to celebrate today. So to all those functionaries, starting from 1953, 29th of January 1953, during the reign of His Royal Majesty, Ìdèjì Ọ̀bàkúnrẹ́ Ọba Fúnbíowó Adéṣídà, 1, the 41st Ìdèjì Ọ̀bàkúnrẹ́ Kingdom, we say thank you. We will continue to honor the memories of this dearly beloved. Thank you. I'm aware that they are moved by the state government to hand over institutions to stakeholders. I am aware that one of the things that came up because of it is the Anglican Church is saying, I am the owner, I contributed. Other stakeholders are also saying, we are owners. Our current community is saying, we are owners. The truth of the matter is, what are we all interested in? Effective management of this institution. By all means, let all of us there. It is not about who is the owner, who is not the owner. It is about, this is something that we are all interested in. So all you need is have a governance framework that allows everybody, all hands must be on deck. Let me tell you something. Oyemekun Grammar School, alumni, you are in competition with your contemporaries. Don't think that what you are doing, you are just doing it alone. As you are developing your own alma mater, your contemporaries are also developing their own alma mater. I will share with you who are your own contemporaries. I will share with you your contemporaries. Your contemporaries, CMS Grammar School Bariga, Methodist Boys High School, Methodist Girls High School, Baptist Academy, Hope Adult Training Calabar, St. Anne Molete Ibadan, Etinam Institute, Akwa Ibom, Methodist School, Oron, St. John's School, Bida, Wesley College, Elekuro Ibadan, Abeokuta Grammar School, King's College, Lagos, Al-Huda College, Zaria, Ibadan Grammar School, Ijebu-Ode Grammar School, Government College, Katsina Ala, Ondo Boys High School, Barua College, Zaria, that is producing president, Methodist College, Uzuakoli, St. Gabriel's College, Obalende, God College, Ibadan, they say GCI, Oduduwa College, Ife, Agri Memorial, St. Teresa's College. So you can see, there are so many of them like that. These are your contemporaries. I can tell you, if you do not develop your institution, and you leave your institution to be like a mushroom, those other ones will go. And one day, you will be making reference to your institution in past tense. You'll be saying they are used to be. They are used to be. I was a student of both schools then. Do you remember that school? I was a student of that school now. That school that they call, may ours not be like that. Amen. So, beyond amen, the activities that we are doing is what will continue to push Oyemekun Grammar School up there. I now come to the knowledge economy. The world that found ourselves is a world where if you are rich and you don't have students listen to me. I've told you your mouth should not move and you should not move. You should listen to me. If you are rich and you do not have skills, you do not have talent, that person who is not rich but who has talent is the person that will be running your life. That is what the knowledge economy means. That's why, if you look at Nigeria, with all our resources, we are not able to manage our life the way we should. And countries that are not as rich in resources as us, they are people that are taking control and managing our life. Anything we want to do, all the things that is making a difference to human life, tell me those things that we manufacture. Tell me one thing that is making a huge difference in the life of human beings. People are building cars that you have drivers driving. People are talking of driverless cars. A whole lot of innovation is coming to the fore. Which one of them are we pioneering? None. The knowledge economy, the economy that we are in now, the economy that is driving the world, the only way you can be a part of it is when you have education. And I've mentioned in the paper, what are those things? What are those things that you have in that economy, or that you have running that economy? I have mentioned here that when you talk about the knowledge economy, we are talking about a situation where you are able to call on your creative capital, that is innovation, technology. Those are the kind of things you need for you to move forward. Let me share with you what has happened to the educational system. And somebody described it very well. Students, I don't want the noise, please. Somebody described how a number of schools are now. And this is for members of the alumni, not for our pupils. How did they describe the way so many schools are now? Public schools. The wall of the school is weather-beaten and faded. Painted roofing sheets fly in the air, hanging precariously to their wooden support, just by a nail or two. The windows have lost their covers, leaving gaping outlets for some unruly students to sneak out. Inside some of the classrooms, the concrete walls have given way to embarrassing holes, begging to be filled. Some of the desks have lost a leg or two. Those who saw the renovated structures that the alumni has done after it was renovated, and those who saw them before they were renovated, can tell the huge difference. I can tell you, those structures that you saw, those structures, I will tell you, they are still the best of the best when you look at the structures of some secondary schools and primary schools. In some secondary schools, you will ask the question, are people inhabiting this school? I have seen classrooms where when it rains, it is raining on the pupils. Students sit under the trees in some communities to take their classes. It is that bad. And that's why so much of appreciation must go to the alumni for what the alumni is doing. I look at, aside of the anecdotal is when you don't have studies to back it up. And you are just looking at what is happening generally, which was what the Tunde Adeniyi committee used to come up, I believe, with this topic. That what is happening generally is an eyesore in our primary school, in our secondary school, and even in some of our universities. But I also now gone ahead to pick empirical data. That what is it that studies have shown in terms of how Nigeria is treating its education sector. I look at human capital index. Human capital index is what shows students who feel you are beginning to violate our rules. I want you to sit down and keep your mouth shut. I looked at human capital index, which shows what is the level of your human capital. And I found out that in Nigeria, when you talk about gross secondary school enrollment, contraceptive prevalence, universal health coverage, social safety net coverage, and internet connectivity, Nigeria scored very low. Now, look at where Nigeria scored high. When it comes to adolescent fertility rates, maternal mortality ratio, that is number of children that die during childbirth, open defecation, Nigeria ranked very high. So you begin to see that when it comes to negative things, we are ranking high. When it comes to positive things, we are ranking low. That is a challenge. And that is by international standards. Again, I look at World Bank doing business in Nigeria. Because when you say that you want to compete as a nation, that means in terms of the business environment, in terms of things like innovation and the rest of them, in terms of people can look at you as a place that has skills, in Nigeria, out of 190 countries that were assessed, Nigeria ranked 169. Out of 190 countries, Nigeria ranked 169. Added to that now is the high level of insecurity. How many of us that came to Akure from Lagos or from Abuja came by road? And the time there was in this country, you want to drive so that you can see the scenery. But that is no longer possible. Looking at the different reports, you will see that indeed we are challenged as a nation. Unfortunately, I would say, and in fact, this has implications. All the challenges have implications. If you talk to our teachers, we see that the morale of teachers in a number of institutions, the morale of teachers is very low. Why? They are being treated well. If they are not being treated well, how do you expect them to be happy with their students? When I came in this afternoon, I saw members of staff who were dancing. And I told myself, they may not have everything that they require, but they are having some things that is keeping their hope alive. And I realized that it is the intervention of the alumni. I realized that it is the intervention of the alumni in terms of some of the activities that the alumni is doing that is giving the teachers the joy that at least some people are recognizing the need to identify this institution. When a teacher is not happy, how do you expect that teacher to be able to perform and do wonders? It is difficult because our teachers are also human beings. You now begin to ask ourselves, why is it that Nigeria is not able to make a difference in terms of our educational institution? Number one, we are not given the kind of priority that we should give to the institution. I read a material confirmed that during the time of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, education budget was about 41%. During the time of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, education budget was about 41%. Currently, education budget has been oscillating between 5.5, 5.6, 6.5, 6.8, not higher than 7%. What 41% will do will be dramatically different, and I believe that is what Cornell said. Those are the things you benefit from, and that is why you see Cornell standing with pride to say today that I have also been able to bring in excellence into this institution, looking at the principal, looking at all the people around, because of what he benefited from education. He knows the difference between quality education and porous education. It's only quality education that can take you into the knowledge economy. And that was why he was able, the way he was talking today. Thank you so much, sir. When you look at the case with Nigeria, you find a situation where we are not consistent at all with our policies. We make one policy today, we change it tomorrow. Policy somersault. And then we have people who are very adept. They know how to use the system to get what they want. And when they perpetrate all this mischief, nobody says anything, the law is not applied, and at the end of the day, I tell people that one thing you need to get right in this country, and this country will change, enforce law. When people violate, let them sanction. Within a quick time, things will change in 6 months. I experienced it as Vice Chancellor. If you are my friend as a Vice Chancellor and you violate, you will be sanctioned. If you think yourself as not my friend, if you are deserving of something, you will get it. But if you are my friend and you violate, I will ensure that you are sanctioned. And that was why the system was able to work. So Nigeria can work. It is just a case of we need to be able to enforce the laws. I identified in the paper some of the good things that are working in Nigeria today. I made reference to JAM, where Professor Oyemekun, members of the alumni will know that, where Professor Oyemekun is the person in charge. I made reference to new initiatives at NUC and the rest of them, just to show that there are some great things that can happen, but we are not annexing them and not allowing them to work together holistically. And that comes to the role of the alumni. When you look at the body of alumni, we are talking of those who finish from an institution, be it male or female, over a period of time. And that is why the president, Dr. Ojogu, he mentioned, said, anytime, and I saw that also on the right, anytime he's going to talk about 70 years, he's always emphasizing it, 70 great years. Because he recognized that in the last 70 years, you have had great minds modeled by this institute. So you see that these people coming together is what is making a difference in the life of this institution. When I became the Vice Chancellor at the Lagos State University, one of the first things that I did was to give the alumni body a sense of relevance. Because I recognize in most institutions, because of mischief of school management, and when I say school management, you see it at the primary school, you see it at the secondary school, you see it at the university. Because of the mischief of wanting to do things in a way that is not in accordance with the law, they don't want any third party to be there. They don't want an alumni that will come and ask questions. Prior to getting to ASU, there has always been the alumni on the board, sitting in the council, members of the governing council of the university. But they didn't have a sense of pride. As a matter of fact, the member of alumni that sits there just enjoyed the office together with other people on campus. But when I came in, I made clear that Mr. Alumni, all of us let us sit together. Your representative must give you feedback after every meeting. Because there will be tasks, there will be assignment for the alumni. Any institution that does not want to give relevance, that does not want to recognize and respect the alumni, will not enjoy the support of the alumni and will not have the kind of benefit that the alumni is giving to this institution that celebrating today. So when I became VC, I ensured that I got the alumni to be a part of my agenda. I had a vision manual that they call the Green Book, and the alumni featured prominently in that Green Book. I told them, you will run this race with me. And I engaged their different chapters, all the different branches, including those in the diaspora. I engaged with all of them, and I brought them to the table. And I told them, feel very free to ask me questions. Feel very free to ask questions of the university, because this institution is yours. Principals, I say today that it is because you are giving relevance to your alumni. That is why you are having this benefit. What you must do is ensure that you institutionalize that relevance, so that nobody can come tomorrow and say, I don't want to know who is the alumni, I don't want to know them. The person will not know the effort that has gone into developing all of this infrastructure. The person will come in as the elders will say, of a day, Adam, your work. At the end of the day, if you don't have documents to show all of this contribution, to show synergy of the relationship, to show how you have been working together, don't let it be oral. Have proper documentation of relationship and synergy between the alumni and the institution. That is the document that will be a governing document that will give indication of the kind of robust relationship that should be between the alumni and the institution. Because it's a two-way street. When you give relevance to the alumni will also work hand in glove with you to bring the difference to the institution. I think the principal, the vice principal, the teachers, all of them deserve a round of applause for supporting these alumni. I now want to come to what are those things that the alumni can do to the institution? What are those things that the alumni can do? I started by saying that the alumni can serve as institutional ambassadors, external advocates, and lobbyists to influence policy. Members of alumni, you remember what happened at Unilag the other time. They wanted to change the name of the university. the alumni role. Because management may not be able to talk. There are some things that will be happening here, and principal may not be able to talk because principal is a public servant. He will not be able to tell TESCOM, he will not be able to tell the government that this is not acceptable. But I can tell you, it's a huge difference when the president, together with members of his ESCO and other members of alumni, they write to the governor and say, Mr. Governor, this is the kind of thing that we expect in our institution. It makes a huge difference. So that is one major role that alumni can play. Another one, alumni can make a difference in the educational experience of our students in terms of guiding them on their career, in terms of guiding them on employment opportunities, so that as they continue to grow, they have in their mind, what is it that I want to become? In terms of educating them that this is the kind of life, even the values of life, values and ethics. When you see a man, if a man is very brilliant, but he lacks good ethics, he cannot achieve much. No matter how brilliant you are, no matter how much of an egghead you are, no matter how many A's have been scoring, if you lack good manners, if you lack character, you cannot achieve much. And the alumni can assist when you organize career days, when you organize different lectures to these young pupils, and you bring people who come and talk to them. I can tell you, these students today, as you are looking at them, these pupils, you may think they don't understand it, but they understand more than us. When we deceive ourselves, we say, kill ọmọdé mọ̀. And the ọmọdé will tell you, the ọmọdé mọ̀ better, only that you don't want to acknowledge it. These children, they know a lot. When you allow their enemy to be a part of conversation with you, you will see the huge benefits. Even your presence today, members of alumni, your presence today, sitting with these young children, you are challenging them to do well. Sitting with these young children, they want to like you. They are beginning to see role models. They are beginning to see that going into autism, going into a room, going into rituals is not life. Life is when you sit with good people and you talk about how to develop. They are beginning to see that because of their association with you. Alumni can serve as role models and mentors. They can also assist in fundraising and funding events as you have done. You can, when I came in, I saw a member of the alumni from the diaspora. I think I saw, said the UK branch. Where are you, sir? Alumni from the UK branch. I saw him earlier. And I thought to myself, through branches like this, so many things can come from there to this institution. A number of activities that they can organize. A number of events that will be to the benefit of these young children. Again, alumni can serve as advisors to the school. When there are issues, the institution can call on the alumni to come and guide them that what do we do? And the alumni is in a good position to guide them. I've also indicated that where there are conflicts in the school, alumni that has the trust of the system, alumni that is respected, can actually come in and mediate. What they will do is they will recognize what are the issues. Why is it that there are bickerings between the management of the school and the teachers? How can we help? And they will be able to resolve it. And they will resolve it in a way that will be amicable. Because the truth of the matter is, wherever we all are at different times, there will always be issues. Because we are human beings. There is no perfect system. there will always be one thing or the other that brings us together and we argue. But when you are a person that is respected, and that is a role that the alumni can play. One of the things that I've done in the paper that I'm sure by the time you want to do, what are those things that we can pick as learning points or development points for some of this we can do. I have tried to show in the paper that what has been the benefit of alumni to teachers and what has been the benefit of alumni to students. And when you look at the benefit to teachers, there was a study that was done in 2022, last year. That study looked at Australia, it looked at Kenya, it looked at Pakistan, and it looked at United Kingdom. And what it did was, the kind of thing that these alumni is doing was what they did in that project. They wanted to know what is the benefit to students and to teachers. And when you look at the results, you will see that more than 90% of teachers along different lines made comments to show that the alumni has been very helpful to the activities in terms of role model for their students, in terms of even their own development, even in terms of the challenges that the teachers were facing. Alumni was able to come in to support them. You see, the mistake we make at all times, we believe that everything is money. Not all challenges need money to be resolved. At times, challenges can be resolved when you interact with a man who has knowledge of those issues around the area that you are talking about. You can imagine a situation where a teacher that is having a challenge in terms of somebody is owing him or owing her and seeking the support of the alumni. They wrote a simple letter to the man and the teacher got his money back. You can imagine the pride that the teacher will have in the system. So it is not all the time money. There are so many other supportive roles that can be played with teachers. And those are the things that were identified in that survey that was done. I also looked at a similar thing for students. And you will see that when I stated earlier, I said, these children are so perceptive. The study that was in relation to students was in relation to a second school, not university. The one I talked about here also was in relation to secondary school. And students are able to say, we so much enjoyed our interaction with alumni members. Some of them said, some of the alumni members are smart, they are sharp, I'm using their language. But some of the alumni members, they are very boring. Some of the alumni members, they were intimidating us. Some of the alumni members, they were not listening to us. These children said it. So you will see that they do understand what we believe that they do. When we set up programs and you ask ourselves, what are the kind of programs these students will learn? You can imagine a situation where the president, Dr. Oyemekun, comes to class to talk about some of his experiences of life, just telling them stories, not telling them in terms of the delivery of a thesis, but just talking to them in terms of this is how life is. Or any other member of the alumni, telling them stories about some challenges of life that they had. Even telling them that when that thing happened, I cried. And then I took myself back. These children will recognize that. So crying is not bad. Crying, when I cry, it is not bad. They will recognize it. They will realize that failure, when I fail it, when I don't do well in my exam, it is not the end of life. They will realize that if for any reason the teacher decides to punish me, it is not a bad experience. It is not that the teacher hates me. So, Dr. Ejogun had punished when he was in school. So, Mr. Adébíyì was punished when he was in school. They will realize that these are part of life. It resonates with them, and then they have a better understanding of life. And that is what makes it different in the life of a person. You see, what the alumni is doing to them is making them streetwise in a positive way. A child can be streetwise in a negative way. When a child is not exposed to good company, when a child is not exposed to good ethics, to appropriate values, overnight, a child can go from a good child to a bad child. But when a child is exposed, the child will begin to see that, okay. When my teacher tells me in class that be a good boy, this is the practical manifestation of being a good boy. He is able to relate the practical experience that alumni members are sharing with them with what their teachers are teaching them. And that is the kind of thing that makes a good life. You will find out that some of these children here today, when they go out of here, when you ask them to come and talk tomorrow, the way I'm talking now, some of them will mimic it. He will come here and he will say, this is my argument. He's copying you. That is how these children learn. That is how these children learn. The fact that you have been, the alumni has been in their midst, going to 1 week now, is a great input for them. They are happy. You are strengthening them because learning and education is not about the books alone. Learning and education is about just reading your books. Learning and education is about interacting with good minds. It's about interacting with good children. And that is what these young children, that is what they need. That is what we support, the teaching of our great teachers who are sitting out there. I now go to alumni is not a one-way traffic. When you look at all of us as individuals, you will find that every human being is an animal of incentive. Every one of us, two things run us: motive and incentives. Those are the two things that runs a man. Incentive is what strengthens your motive. When you have the mind that I want to support the alumni, I want to make a difference in my alumni, somehow also along the line, you are looking at what opportunities are going to be there for me. Make no mistake about it, our fingers are not equal. Somebody is able to put down 10 naira, another may be able to put down just 1 naira. If you don't manage the alumni well, those who are able to put down 1 naira, or those who are not able to put down anything, may feel somehow that should I be a part of it. But what you to realize is, the person that is able to put 10 naira down may not have the time, but the person that is putting money down may have the time to do some running around that is very critical to survival of projects. That is very critical to running the system. That is why we need everybody to be a part of it. What are the kind of benefits? When you look through the paper, Mr. President, you will see that I've mentioned a number of things. But I'll give an example of the kind of thing that I'm talking about. We are part of the alumni of another institution. One of the things that we do, we have a group insurance. Because it was a group, we were able to get great rates. Because it was the alumni, some of our colleagues who are insurance practitioners, who are legal advisors to insurance, they were able to come in to give effective advice that we did not pay for. So at the end of the day, we are running that, God forbid, if any member of that group dies, there is something that will be there for the family. That is part of what you can benefit. I am part of another alumni. And what happened there, I told them, I said, gentlemen, one of the most difficult things to do, is to put together 20 million naira, 50 million naira. It can be very difficult. But members of the alumni, when they pull their money together, they can get more than 50 million. And what can they do? They can have people who will come in, investment managers. Investment manager is not interested in investing 1 million because nothing will come from it. Not much will come from it. But it's ready to invest 50 million. And there are documents to show that these people are working together. This is what they contributed. This is what we contributed. It's a win-win for everybody at the end of the day. When you put these funds together and you have somebody who comes in to assist in managing, the kind of money, profit that comes from it is something that at the end of the day, everybody gets something. The idea is we can think out of the box and look at what benefits members of the alumni. And this is a critical task of the executive. There is nothing wrong for the executive setting up a small committee. Go and think through, how can we do something that as we are helping our institution, we are also helping ourselves. I can tell you, when some people outside there realize that indeed members of the alumni are deriving some benefits, those of them who are yet to join, they will come and join because they also want to be a part of that benefit. I have seen a particular alumni body, and I became aware of it because they asked me to advise them. And what did they do? They poured money together. They bought a property in Lagos. They developed that property and the property. They did the entire transaction within a period of about 8 months. And they sold the property. They put their money together. The money to buy it and develop the property. They didn't go to Ikoyi or an area that is ridiculously expensive. They went to an area where they were able to afford. And they developed the property and then they sold the property. When they sold the property, they proposed their capital, X amount. There was profit on it. They shared their profit. Those who are not interested in doing another round, they collected their own capital. Then they called us, who again wants to go for another round? So you see a situation where you can be helping a system and you can also be helping yourself in the economy. So in paper, I have indicated what are those challenges that ESCO will face when it comes to bringing together the alumni, and how can those challenges be met. One of the things that I've also done in the paper is to point out that yes, the alumni body is good, but you can have a situation of toxic members in the alumni. Toxic members. Alumni itself as a body is not usually toxic because not everybody will think in the same way. When some people are thinking this way, some others are thinking this way, and at the end of the day, the best of ideas is what is prevailed. But when you have a toxic member in the alumni, what are their attributes? They don't want to work, and they don't want those who want to work. They will spread rumor. Do you know that That building, donated by Dr. Dumu, was as a result of a part of the land of the school that was sold. So when they sold that land, the principal and Dr. Dumu, they shared the money. And part of the money was what they used to develop that place. So everybody will think that they are supporting. These are unfounded things. But they are so adept perpetrating such things. So much so that those other members who are not able to question and say, Mr. President, I had this, they will start acting. Mr. President, that is the doctrine that you do. You have people like that. You have people in the alumni. Their own is to go on the social media and negative things about the institution. They will criticize from the president to other members of ESCO. They will take chairman of planning committee and every other members. They don't know how to do things. That it was an entire week of a flop. They will say all sorts of things. Give them one single task. They cannot do. But they are so toxic in the way they do things. My own advice, which I've indicated here, is when you see such individuals in the alumni, don't just throw them away. First try to call them and try to understand what exactly informed this. Why are you doing this? So when you now realize that that is the track record, the nature of that person, then what you do is ring-fence them. Don't let them distract you. Ring-fence them and continue your work. When they go into all those negativities, you just bring out the true facts. Don't go into abusing them. Don't engage them. Don't engage in attacking them, abusing. No. There was a union that was so virulent and attacked me, and all through my 5 years, I did not abuse them for once. I will only bring out the facts, and I will continue my work. So much so that when I don't abuse them, when I continue my work, it makes them further angry. They will go on with their own, but after some time, they will become spent. So you ostracize them without giving them relevance and without allowing them to distract you. But make no mistake about it, in every alumni you have the good, the bad, and the ugly. So don't think yours will be an exception. You will have them, but know how to manage them. I now come to the conclusion of my paper. And I say, the key to Nigeria embracing the future and becoming competitive will depend on how well she is able to revamp and improve its public educational system. This will require bold system reforms and the determination, the political will, both at the state and federal government levels, to have the education sector deliver better education that will produce talent capable of keeping pace with innovation capability. This education revolution must go beyond the ad hoc reforms and unconnected initiatives that have sadly become a regular part of us. Pending the adoption of such comprehensive education reform, bodies such as the alumni should not just sit and grumble about the state of affairs. They should follow the kind of thing that Oyemekun Grammar School Alumni Association has done. That is the kind of thing they should follow. They must, as active partners, be intentional in bringing about desired change. In the words of Kumla Javlat in his book, The Progress of Life, man needs to be selfless and to think of the other, then he gets excessive pleasure. Since the instinct will turn much away from egoism. In fact, our true happiness is achieved at this level of innovation through the happiness of others. Caring about our physical individuality is vulgarity, and all of us will attest to that. When you do something good to humanity, when you do something good to other people, That is the day you go home happy. You sleep better. You are satisfied that you have added value to the lives of some other people. No matter how little. When you add value to the lives of others, in any way whatsoever, you are happy and you feel good with yourself. It is not about praying in the church. It is not about praying in mosque. It is about recognizing humanity and being supportive of humanity. I come back to what I said earlier when I was talking about Dr. Njoku. The ultimate test of life is a life well lived. The willingness to serve humanity and do good in the world, so that others will remember you not by the size of your bank account, but by the size of your heart. I want to thank this great institution. I want to thank the president and the ESCO. I want to thank the chairman of the planning committee. I want to thank the principal and the teacher for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Please let's remain standing as we appreciate the guest speaker. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. At the point we were feeling that, oh, it seems that my time is really fast playing, but we're actually in the election. And it's as if you say it's going to end tomorrow. But the parents is not doing for this, so we have to do it. Thank you, yeah. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. How about you take to be elected? So we move straight to the discussion section. And, for the sake of our time, we will only take 3 questions. 3 questions. And if you have questions, of course, in relation to what has been presented to us today in this guest presentation, kindly rise up for an activity. The lecture is so perfect that everybody gets the information and the message, and then there seems not to be any question. Maybe about the perfection, or we just want to keep mute, or we don't have anything to ask him, or we are afraid of asking the son, the prince, the professor question. Oh, thank you. Please move on. Please. Tell us your name, your class, and then speak to your class.
My name is Olua and I am a student. My question is, what is the meaning of echoes? What is the mention of echoes?
Get it, sir. Next question, please. Please move forward, sir. And then the last one, please.
Everybody, our protocol TV of life. My name is Dayo Adedeji. 1970-74 set. I don't have a question, but I have some comments. I congratulate you for wonderful delivery, but my request go to the body of our family. Between 1985 August and September 2009. I was appearing on radio, on television on a weekly basis, talking to Nigerians not to get to where we are now. Sometimes last year, some people asked me a question. We no longer see the television. I said I'm tired talking to them. The situation is as if we have said all that. American and France said, what have we to say that have not been said? But the only reason why we continue to talk is that if we don't talk, our heart will burst. Sir, I just want a situation that all the activities of this week constitute a compendium of the government to be properly developed and to be publicized. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Benjamin. Last question, please. Oh, Mr. Ogunadari, thank you, sir.
Expecting from the moonlight. I think there is a confidence that was. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I am sorry, sir. I have an instruction that I am to abide by my word, but for just one exception, that we should give this young man the regard to ask his question. So he'll be the last one to ask the question.
My name is Olagunbe Victor. I'm in SS1. SS1 change. My question is that when he was talking the other time, he said every human being is animal insective. So I want him to explain further.
Thank you. So straight to our guest lecturer now to take the questions.
Thank you very much. Let me thank our students for being very bold to come forward and talk. For being very, very bold to come forward and talk at this event. The first question was when you said, what is ecosystem? ecosystem is actually a term of science. Naturally, it's a term of science. And what it means is everything within the environment. It talks about human beings are there, plants are there, animals are there, water, everything has a role to play within that system. So that is ecosystem in the normal, original context. That is what it means. But so we now use it in some other ways to say that, for instance, we can talk of the ecosystem of education. What is the ecosystem of education? Students are there, teachers are there, the school principal and other members of management are there, government is there, alumni is there. So that is the context of ecosystem of education. So you just use it like that. But the original meaning is about environment. So you use it to explain some other things. Do you understand it now? Then there is this one about animal of incentives. You know there are times when they say all of us are animals, but human beings are higher animals. All of us are animals. Human beings are higher animals. So when I said that, all I was saying is that as higher animals, if we are in a relationship and you don't see anything coming to you, and you are the one that is giving out, after some time you'll be tired. You also want to see something. And that is what will now take me to that last bit about, is it contradictory when we say alumni should give back? And when we say alumni can also have benefits, it is not contradictory at all. It is not contradictory. Now, when you have students in a class, they are there for education. But there are times you take them out of the class where you are teaching them. You take them to do some other things. Those other things are not contradictory to their education. Those other things are reinforcing their interest. Every day when they come, they talk about how do we develop our school? How do we develop our school? They talk about it for 2 hours and they go. Next week they come again. How do we develop our school? How do we take care of our school? And they go. Another 2 weeks they come back. How do we develop our school? How do we take care of our school? I can tell you, you can't do it for 6 months. Some of them will not come again. Half of them will not come again. Because they say, we are going there every day. In the large only what are we getting from them? But there must be something that will also make them happy. When you say alumni must benefit, you are not saying the institution should be giving alumni money. No. It's not the institution that will give alumni money. They are members with different talents. They have different specialties. What I have, the president does not have. What the president has, I don't have. What the vice president has, I don't have. What I have, the vice president does not have it. But when we come together, we can see what will be beneficial. I can see what I can benefit from the vice president. For instance, I will not enjoy if there is going to be a contract from the alumni to build a that they should give it to alumni members. That kind of thing will start a quarrel after some time. It will start. But if tomorrow, president is the chairman of a body, and that body brings out big papers that anybody who is interested in construction bid for this project. President is the chairman of the body. He will not, nobody will ask him to favor me if I'm not qualified. But if I am qualified, he will not allow anybody to take bribe for me not to get it. President will insist and say, no, let it be done on merit. he knows that I'm qualified. That is why you as a member of the alumni, you want to benefit from the alumni. You must also make sure you are properly qualified for it. Then you will get it. For instance, if you are a member of the alumni, if there are job opportunities, and it is known to some members of the alumni, you that you are not a member will never know. If they don't advertise it. But if you are a member of the alumni, the president of
award to Professor Lagwaji Fago, SCN, MPU, nation goes as the speaker and the secretary lecture of the World on Wednesday, 2020. Thank you to you for coming and putting your those that you would like to be here today. But we help you out, not like I made promise earlier. We said come to you and we make sure you guys are from main gate to the school in front of his back. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I must say that the person deserves and a standing ovation. What has done is to make a donation to the program that you are doing. And we say a big thank you to you, sir. God bless you and deliver you in Jesus' name. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And straight we go to the vote of thanks. We are going straight to take the vote of thanks. And that is to be handled by Professor Olubenga Akinfenyi. Please come forward for the vote of thanks. And the person to give the vote of thanks is also a professor of law. So you are Mr. President, I know this is a picture of the Professor Akinfenyi, that is a man that is awesome in all respects. We have shared different platforms at different times. Thank you so much for the excellent you continue to partake. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Chairman of CPC, President, Honorable the guest speaker of the day, our own very proud President.
Well, my speech will be thanks to the guest lecturer of the well, I have to thank him. I've always been thanking him. But recently, it was in my village when one of King's men was confined to the synagogue of Nigeria, and he was the guest lecturer right away in my village. So when I joined here again, I'm not surprised. Of course, I rather have to thank, I rather have to appreciate the chairman of CPC for putting a rampant in a rampant. You see, sometimes you have a lot of discussion, but there can be problems in exercising that discussion properly. So it was taking him a lot of consideration before it could arrive at the choice of this eminent personality. I don't need to say too much, but in law, there is what we call reciprocal motivation. When you say the matter is a matter of reciprocal, it means the fact speaks for itself. And we all agree with me that the CPC has made a very excellent choice in bringing Professor Fantasy. Yes, he's a man of timber and caliber, a juggernaut, and intellectual wizard in his own right. To be a former vice chancellor of a university, public university for that matter, to be a professor of law, to be a each of all these is not an easy thing. And here is somebody who is combining and even more. As you can see his style, very simplistic. He changed the order of things because he knew that everything is about the students. So he brought them there. And you can imagine as many these students who are sitting at the back, this all will have been almost empty. But by being at the forefront, it's difficult for them to speak up, then they are more concentrated on the event. I would have benefited immensely from this well-extrapolated lecture, and we have gained properly, even the students, I can see that they are fulfilled and they appreciate it. Thank you, most importantly, because you have to travel to come here, to take a flight and come here, despite your visit. And not only that, I was petrified when I could see that they were even giving us a donation. Because I don't know how much honorarium you can give you, can make any meaning to you. But even when we are not giving honorarium, you will still give us donation again. So it's a very rare incident. I mean, for people, what am I going to give? You are going to X, Y, Z. But you have said something good. And you said that the happiness of man should not generate from the credit balance he has in his account, but from how much he has contributed to humanity, and that he has impacted especially on all these people generations. And you have exhibited that now. You have exhibited that, and we thank you very much. And we have seen that we have enough to learn about it, and we will keep up, staff and principal of the university to say to thank you to you.
we are done with the lecture. And of course, we need to entertain us and show us what we have made up, and also show that we have not lost touch with our tradition and our culture. Can you move back to your initial position? Please. I trust you can do that within 1 or 2 minutes. So, while doing that, of course, we expect the Oyemekun Grammar School cultural troop to be getting ready. The moment the performing stage is clear, of course, you come on board for your cultural dance. My senior on the podium, our guest lecturer, and I'm sure you will not be able to cultural dance is very big. And I also want to go back to Mr. Abdulabi from this moment to anchor the cultural display. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Omojoku. ODSA! 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 Our school! Our school! Yes, thank you. We want to appreciate everyone for attending this program, especially the guest lecturer who has done the lead. We want to appreciate you once again, sir. Now we want to go to the cultural dance now. And we are starting with cultural troupe from Oyemekun Grammar School. But note this, that you have only 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We have about 6 schools here. So we want to make sure that within 30 minutes, we are done with this section. So you have just only 5 minutes, please. Hello, students. Please put down your chairs. Sit down, sit down, sit down. So we are starting with the cultural troupe from Oyemekun Grammar School. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Followed by Oyemekun Staff School cultural troupe. Please get ready. Oyemekun Staff School cultural troupe. Get ready. You have just 5 minutes for each performance. Like I said the other time, we have appreciated everyone that has contributed immensely towards the success of this program. Let me at this juncture personally recognize the presence of many of the school principal. Wherever you are now, you are welcome. God bless you for coming. Thank you.
Go back. Hey, can you go back?
OPSA. Please listen, we're about to start now. OPSA cultural troupe. 5 minutes. Hello.
Yeah, stand up. Go back.
follow through. Remember that we have time limit. 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. This is Oyemekun Staff School. 5 minutes. please come to talk to me here? Mrs. Oyemekun. The third group, I want to invite group from CAC Grammar School. CAC Grammar School. You have just 5 minutes. Police Secondary School, get ready. Police Primary School, get ready. Police, get ready. But for now, CAC Grammar School, Akura, Cultural School, 5 minutes.
Rio,
Now, we have Police Children's School. Police Children's School. 5 minutes. St. Louis, get ready. St. Louis, get ready. Police Children's School now. Are we? Yes. Okay, two. It's time for St. Louis Girls Grammar School. St. Louis Girls Grammar School. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Thank you.
those of you there, you are blocking the view of the old parents there. You are to leave that corner. You are blocking their view. Please, make that adjustment now. Yes, you are saying guys, come and go as well. last one.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ọba, Jèhófà kìkìkì, Jèhófà kìkìkì, òyìnkìkì bàbá mi àjànàkú tí mi gbó kìjikìji, gbanigbani tí à ń sáyà, gbanigbani tí à ń sá, ọlọ́run kò ṣe wí, ìrìn lápá ń ta, ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ ìdáyé wọn, òòrùn bá ti dé lọ, abúlé ọjọ́, àti bàbá lò bọ́, àti àwọn ìrètí, àti ìrètí pátá, òòrùn ìyá tata, yàgò yàgò ọkùnrin òkú, yàgò olùkọ́ náà òkú àìyá àbò, arókùnrin arókùnjáde arókùnmáṣodo jagunjagun tí síwájú òun la ìlú láàbíyè láàbíyè òsì ọlọ́run tí kò ṣe wá nípa òsì òsì ìdílé rẹ̀ àjọyà tí ó máa já ọwọ́ kẹ̀lẹ́ rẹ̀ níjà alápálá lórí ayérò ẹ̀kọ́ kan para ọ̀ ọlọ́run lẹ́yìn tọ́kọ̀ lè dá dúró àràbáyà tó dá ọba àkìlá jẹ́ àjọyọ̀ jẹ́ ìdílé ìjọba òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba òṣìṣẹ́ dàgbàsọ́ lè yẹ kọ́ ayé tí ó bá burú kẹ̀kẹ́ bá a kẹ́ alágbára ti bàbá àwọn alágbára ti bàbá yìí lára gàgbàgbàgbà tẹ̀tẹ̀tẹ̀tẹ̀ bàmítọ́fẹ̀ olóore ọ̀fẹ́ alágbára ti àrí afẹ́fẹ́ àríwá àná ọba kòríkọ̀lá ìṣọ̀lá ní ọ̀la olùdíje àṣọlá alájẹ òdo arógbó òdo ìgbé ìgbé ìfọ̀ṣòro ìgbé ìfọ̀ òwò ìpàgọ́ òwò tí ó bá yìí àbọ̀dọ̀ sọ̀fíṣẹ́ntì ìdẹ́tẹ́lẹ́tì ìlọ́gbẹ́ tó tá ní ti o olùkóòkò bàbá mi aláṣẹ òsì gbogbo bá yàgbé abọ́ tẹlifẹ̀ntọ́ gbogbo àmàlàyàwó yáyà àtọ̀kọ́ àṣẹ̀dá àmẹ̀dá àwẹ̀dá ìgbéga bàbá bàbá ìgbàdà yóò bá sẹ́yìn sẹ́yìn náà yóò bá sẹ́yìn nígbà ọba tí gbàdọ̀ bá lẹ̀ ọba náà fi ju èyí lẹ́yìn olùrọ̀ lóye alágbájá iná aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn bàbá mi òkìkí ìmọ́lẹ̀ òkìkí ọba ká yóò bá kàpíṣọ̀ bàbá alábà kápítà ìgbé alpha bàbá mi tó mọ alpha jàkà méjì tó fà yóò bá ẹ lórí lórí ìtàkùjọ lọ́ọ̀mù yìí ìdí ìgbàlá lọ́ọ̀mù sí ìlà àlèwí lè ṣe àlèṣe lè wí àlèwí lè ṣe àlèṣe lè wí yóò bá tọ́ kà dù ìfàjẹ́ ìsì bọ́tọ̀ bọ́ọ̀dì sí méjì bláńkì sí wọ́tà ní iná dù Jehovah El Shaddai Jehovah El Shabbat Jehovah El Shaddai ọlọ́run ọlọ́run.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please put your hands together for Olakule Samuel. Olakule is a student of Oyemekun Grammar School, Akure SS2. SS2. Please put your hands together for him. Put your hands together for him. Thank God we have come to the end of this presentation. I want to Pastor Adele, I have the second microphone. All the schools that are participated, I want to assure you that your gift will get to you between now and Friday. Your gift for this performance will get to you, the office of the principal, between now and Friday. Pastor, I want to invite our daddy, one-time permanent secretary, retired from the state, past next member, and the past chairman of the branch. I'm talking of GSR Follow to give his comment on all that we have said before I invite the principal to give the vote of thanks and we say the benediction.
for producing this kind of children. Ọlọ́run ò ní fi sílẹ̀ o. Right now they are not the big fund for inviting this to perform on this. God bless you very well. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together. It's time for the principal to appreciate everyone and all the other announcements from you.
I want to appreciate God for making today a reality in our lives. It is the day and we started since Monday and things have been going on smoothly without any problem. I want to adore you. I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you, Father. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the entire Student Association for what they have been doing in the life of the young ones in terms of provision of infrastructural facilities, in terms of scholarship awards, SARS. I want to appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We never thought of this, that things would go smoothly like this. But as God will have it, things have been going well. It is not by our mind and it is not by our power, but by the special grace of God and your good leadership. I also want to use this opportunity to thank Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Ijokun for this beautiful thing he has been doing in the midst of our students. It is only God that can reward you enough, sir. Thank you so much. I want to thank the invited schools for these cultural activities. We enjoy your service. We thank God. As I said, through the MC, we are going to send our gifts to your various schools, through your principals, by the special grace of God, before Friday. I want to thank my noble teachers. I'm short of ways to express my gratitude to you all. Thank you so much. Your love, your passion for my administration is just too much for me. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. God will be with your children. When it is your turn, I pray you will never walk with your enemy in Jesus' name. You will excel in everything you do in life in Jesus' name. And to my children, to the students, we plan a lot of things this afternoon. From what our professor has just told us, he said, you must be focused, isn't it? You must be focused. When you are focused, all things will be added to your life. In terms of education, you need education in life. Even if you want to become a bricklayer in future, when you add education to your life, you become somebody. You will be different from somebody who does not have education. So please, what you learn this afternoon, make sure you don't joke with it. Be serious with your studies. Be obedient. Obey the rules and regulations. Stop going to the town during the school hours. When you obey the rules and regulations, you become somebody. Your seniors are doing this today because they were obedient when they were here. They were obedient when they were here. That is why you see them coming here today, telling you to be obedient and be serious. Listen to your parents, listen to the teachers. I pray you will make it in life in Jesus' name. And to my non-teaching staff, I say you are wonderful. To everybody, thank you so much. The ceremony continues tomorrow. Please let us be here. God will help us in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. Adele Bareo, Arenakore.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an ni, a kó ìtọ́jú wa. Dr. Nee Togo, we want to appreciate you. Thank you, sir. The National Secretary, God bless you. Our daddy, Chief S.I. Folonsho, God bless you, sir. The principal of the school will give kudos to you. All vice principals, we want to appreciate you. All members of staff, God bless you. The